white man in boxing led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
All right, we're going to talk about Josh Taylor at the end of the video. He said that he would basically knock Jose Ramirez out. And also, he picked Errol Spence to beat Terence Crawford, but think he could beat Errol Spence. So, let's talk about that as well. But first, we're going to talk about WBC after Dillian Whyte took legal action. Now they're saying that ain't no way around Dillian Whyte for the Wilder Fury 3 winner, excuse me. And also, the WBO is forcing AJ to fight Usyk as well. But let's talk about it. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And first, Dillian Whyte got to get past Povetkin. They fight August 20th something. I don't know where. It's Eddie Hearn backyard, the O2, or whatever it is. So I got a feeling that Povetkin going to beat Dillian Whyte, all right? Depending on what type of camp Povetkin been having. He gave AJ a little fit before AJ knocked him out as well. He had AJ nose bloody. Some people had him up versus AJ. I think I had AJ slightly up if I remember correctly. But yeah, Dillian Whyte, you know, he went to go, you know, get some legal action, force the WBC to give him his mandatory. They've been jobbing him around for some time, but he just failed the drug test. You know what I'm saying? And they swept it under the rug. He should be banned from boxing for 2 or 3 years, just straight up and down. He failed the drug test and then never let the opponent know. They knew before the fight happened and didn't let the opponent know. So at the end of the day, he crying wolf. Like, dude, you done pop top twice. And then you pop top knowing you pop top before the fight and didn't let the opponent know. And all they did was play Oscar Rivas off. So that ain't fair. You know, he should be banned from the sport. A second time, and he's sitting here crying like his resume is immaculate. It's not. You're a cheater. And you didn't let the opponent know you popped top. That's what be killing me, man. The WBC, they just so inconsistent, man. Boxing is very inconsistent, dude. You can cheat with boxing and nothing to happen. But at the end of the day, I never understood why Wilder didn't take him out before. You know, instead of fighting Luis Ortiz the second time, he should have fought Dillian Whyte. I don't understand. They let the grudge between Eddie Hearn and AJ, you know, stop them from beating Dillian Whyte. Then you wouldn't have to worry about Dillian Whyte. I mean, that's common sense. You wouldn't have to worry about Dillian Whyte had Deontay Wilder put him to sleep. You feel me? So I never understand. Oh, we need to promise me an AJ fight. Fuck all that. Deontay Wilder should have been fought Dillian Whyte, put him to sleep. We wouldn't have this conversation. But still, AJ would have to still fight Usyk or drop the belt. Mauricio Sulaiman Jr. told World Boxing News that basically ain't been no talks about having Fury move up to be the, you know, franchise champion. He going to have to fight Dillian Whyte. Like, all right. Once again, sanctioned belt bodies getting away. Mandatory's getting away that nobody want to see. We rather see AJ and Fury or AJ and Wilder, which we know ain't going to happen. AJ and Fury, we rather see Fury and Dillian Whyte. Come on. What has Dillian Whyte done to deserve a mandatory? They asked him to fight Luis Ortiz. He refused to do that on 2 occasions. Dominic Brazil put his mandatory status up against Dillian Whyte. He just chose to go fight Chisora in the rematch. So come on, bro. He shouldn't be getting no shot. Fury should be able to go fight AJ twice next year if he beat Wilder. And show shit AJ, Usyk has done nothing. He fought Chaz Witherspoon. Who cares? He didn't even look good in that fight. But you know what? We can see Derek Chisora can beat Usyk, and Povetkin can beat Dillian Whyte, and Eddie Hearn got control of both of that. He gave AJ referees and official that gave him the benefit of the doubt. So if Eddie Hearn can job Dillian Whyte and he can job Usyk on the scorecards for their fight, them mandatory statuses is going down the drain. So Eddie Hearn can still make this shit happen. Eddie Hearn fighters still can make this jump. So Povetkin is a Matchroom fighter, so if Povetkin beat Dillian Whyte, then, you know, and then Derek Chisora could beat Usyk, then we in the game. We are in the game. So, you know, it is what it is on that point, but they enforcing the mandatory, but Povetkin still can get the job done. And, you know, Dillian Whyte love fighting these old dudes, man. And one of them dudes, I hope Povetkin knock him out. I can't stand Dillian Whyte. He suck. He like a poor man's Wilder. He ain't got no, people be swearing, oh, Dillian Whyte is weird. What has he done? He beat Lucas Brown. He got dropped by fucking Joseph Parker. You know what I'm saying? And he beat Juicing. Like, get out of here, bro. Nobody in the boxing community feel bad for Dillian Whyte, bro. But Tyson Fury did say today that Wilder would knock out Dillian Whyte and AJ in one round. And AJ always felt that he was scared of Deontay Wilder right hand. He couldn't get away from it. And that's why he never wanted to fight Deontay Wilder. You know, even though Fury, he showed a lot of resilience. He showed a good jaw. He took the right hand, got off the canvas a couple times, and put it on Wilder. You know, and I already know Dillian Whyte going to sleep. Come on, Dillian Whyte getting dropped by Oscar Rivas, Joseph Parker, struggling with Derek Chisora. Only an idiot, you know, before the second Tyson Fury fight, only an idiot believed Dillian Whyte had a chance versus Wilder. Dillian Whyte was going straight to sleep. He's garbage. He's a bum. He's a cheater. He's a juicer. Fuck him and his brother. Tired of them crybaby ass motherfuckers. I deserve my shot. You passed up on Ortiz twice for title eliminators. When you the silver champion, you got to fight 2 title eliminators. You passed up on Dominic Brazil. They don't want to fight nobody, bro. Everybody want an opportunity, but don't nobody in boxing want to earn it no more. Boxing would be better without Dillian Whyte. Nobody care about seeing Dillian Whyte fight. Like, oh, moms, somebody in the UK, moms and dogs. I went to go see money to see Dillian Whyte fight. Said nobody. Said nobody. Nobody ever said, moms and dads, and let's just see Dillian, give me some money to see Dillian Whyte fight. Nobody in the UK. Brixton, Watford, wherever, South London. Nobody has ever said, oh man, come on, they probably give Dillian Whyte tickets away at McDonald's in the UK. Nobody trying to see Dillian Whyte fight. Imagine you a kid, and first fight you go see live is Dillian Whyte as the main event. Come on. You gonna be looking at your pops like, come on, pops, you couldn't get AJ, you couldn't get Fury, couldn't get Josh Taylor, couldn't get Carl Frampton. This is a dude that was getting beat up on by Lawrence O'Callaghan, bro. Like, get out of here. He was beating your ass in sparring, bro. Like, I look forward to Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder putting this dude to sleep, man. I want him to sleep, man. I want him to sleep. I want him casket fresh. You know what I'm saying? Airside till. I don't want to see Dillian Whyte fight again. He's a disgrace to the sport. You know, he's a disgrace. Can't stand him. Hope he go to sleep. Hope he don't never fight again. Hope his eyeballs get knocked out of soccer, man. Real talk, man. Straight up and down. It must be a male woman. But, I don't know. Hopefully that's the male woman. I don't know what it is about dogs and the male woman or the male man. But yeah, Josh Taylor, excuse me, man. Josh Taylor, they barking for no reason. Josh Taylor, man, did an interview on BT Sports, and actually was a good one. You know, it kind of was digital, obviously, and then had the best quality of sound and video. But he said he had knocked Ramirez on his back. He did say that. He said with Ramirez style, he expects him to knock him flat on his back. Ramirez did. He looking ahead, talking about Crawford. I seen the interview he did on Fight Hype. So both of them seem to be looking ahead to their future. But he did say he got to handle his business. He got an IBF mandatory. And he said he's going to put Ramirez on his back. He said he don't really know what he's going to do once he unify the titles if he beat Ramirez. He won't take a few voluntaries at 40 where he's going to move up. But he said moving up is the goal. Obviously fight Crawford. He spoke on Crawford and Spence. He said Spence is, too big for Crawford, and he expects him to edge him out on points if they do fight. And he was asked, what about you versus Spence? He said, I feel that, me moving up in weight, I'd be more comfortable. Spence is getting drained, and he ain't at his best. And I think I can edge him out. That's his opinion right there. People act like Errol Spence is this big-ass welterweight. I never understood why Trinidad was big as fuck, bro. Tommy Hearns was big as hell. Paul Williams was big as hell. Mike Jones was a big welterweight. And all of them was bigger, in my opinion, than Errol Spence. I don't get where they get this facade like he this huge, monstrous welterweight. This motherfucker is 5'9". You know what I'm saying? Margarito was a big welterweight. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't get where people say, oh, he's a huge welterweight. He got a nice size on him, but he not no big welterweight, bro. Like, go look at this history of welterweight fighters, man. There's been bigger welterweights than him. You know what I'm saying? Man, my man's too, that Sugar Ray Leonard finessed out the fight with Marvin Hagler, man. Donald Curry was a big welterweight. But people just think he just so big, man. I just don't get it. But, kind of some hypocrisy there. But like I said before, he did talk about moving up and fighting some of those guys. He said Pacquiao was his hero and that he would love to share the ring and think he could beat him. But you're supposed to think you could beat him. You know what I'm saying? And, maybe I feel that him and Ramirez is headed for Crawford. And as far as Josh Taylor fighting Crawford, I mean, he just ain't. He ain't got enough. I mean, this is the real thing. He like the great value brand of Crawford. He can switch hit, but he not slick as Crawford. He not as dynamic as Crawford. He don't have the feet Crawford got. And I would like to see him go to an American trainer to show him how to move his upper body, how to be slick, how to touch the, how to, he put the earmuffs on a lot. You know what I'm saying? Good fighter. I think he'll do well for a minute versus Crawford, but Crawford just got too much. He just everything he not. You know what I'm saying? Too slick, too fast, feet too good. You know what I'm saying? He got pop. Taylor just missing the aspect of being slick. He don't have good upper body movement. He got decent feet, and that's when you fight a guy like Crawford, that's gonna do him in. But if you fight Errol Spence, I mean, he'll have a chance. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a better style for him. He fight Keith Thurman. I think Keith Thurman would at his best, Keith Thurman may outpoint him. Shawn Porter, he talking on fighting Shawn Porter a little bit too. I gotta kind of see him how he look at 47. To be honest, I think he could beat Shawn Porter. I think he beat Danny Garcia. I don't think that's a big accomplishment. No way. Pacquiao would be a difficult fight for him. Mikey, I think he'll beat Mikey. I think he beat Ugas. But I'm not sure about Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, and Terence Crawford. Not sure about those guys. I think he have a chance versus Errol and Keith and Terence. But Terence is just everything he not. Like, everything he missing, Terence that, and everything that he already got. So Terence probably outpoint him, if they fight anytime soon, unless Terence get old. But as far as Ramirez, I mean, I expect him to beat Ramirez. I'm not sure he's going to stop Ramirez. Ramirez is a really, really strong, conditioned fighter at 40. But, if he just sit there and he box him, he'll beat Ramirez easy. Ramirez can't fight. He can't box, at all. He was able to beat up on Hooker. He was able to beat up on Amon. I'm not impressed. He struggled with Zepeda. And if he do get past Josh Taylor, I'll give him his credit. If he fight Crawford, he's going to get outboxed. He just don't do well with good foot movement. All you got to do is, put that stick in his face, step over, feint, step over. You just keep boxing and using angles. And then when he walk in, he going to walk straight in. So you walk straight in, you drop them straight shots on him, drop that uppercut on him. I can see Taylor outpoint him. I'm not sure you're going to be able to stop Ramirez. Ramirez is a very, very strong and proud fighter. Good jaw, good condition. If he stop him, I'll be surprised, but it should be a good fight. But let me know what you guys think about the whole video. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, response, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support. Want to make a donation, cash app, PayPal, subscription. We gone.